Hello friends, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing good.
Hope you're doing great. It's so good to have you today.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome. Hope you've been blessed. Yeah, today we'll be looking at something very interesting.
Okay.
And the topic is decisions in adversity. Adversity. So what's adversity?
Adversity simply means challenges, problems, troubles, wahala.
Yeah, wahala. There's so many people that are passing through different problems today, different challenges. And that's why we are looking at this topic today, you see, so that we can know the kind of decisions we should make, even when we are under such pressure, such adversities and troubling times and, challenges, difficulties. What should be the kind of decisions that we should make? And we'll be looking at the story of Elimelech, from Ruth chapter 1. Elimelech was this kind of person that had a very serious challenge. In fact, the Bible says there was famine, serious hunger in the land.
And he moved.
The man was like, see, I cannot stay in this land and then watch my family, my beautiful wife Naomi, and the two sons suffer this kind of hunger. And so what he did was he just packed all of them, said, come, oh yeah, please carry your bag, let us leave this land and go and search for greener pastures. And he just packed all of them and then he left. He went to Moab. And you see,
then the pastures was not green.
Yeah, it wasn't green on the other side. That's one of the things that we've later discovered in the Bible. You see, this man, having done all this, he did not take time to seek the face of God. He just went. And then he allowed his difficulties predict his destiny.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate.
Very, very.
That at the latter end, he died.
His two sons.
3
people just died. You might blame him, Elimelech, this and that. But, that was a decision he made initially with a good intention of fending for his family as the head of the family.
Yeah.
You see, but that cost him his life and the life of his 2 sons. So, if I ask you, was that decision the right one? Perhaps not. Because
perhaps he didn't even know that decision would turn out like that.
Yeah.
Because if at all he had seen ahead, I'm not sure he would have made such a move.
Honestly, that is why we should be very, very mindful of the decisions we take. You might have, planned to make a particular decision with a good intention. But if you fail to seek the face of God and ask God for direction, as good as the counsel may be, it can still bring problems, challenges, more difficulties to you. And that's what we're learning today. Yeah, and we're going to look at other areas where poor quality or poor decisions can actually affect one's, life. Yeah.
Interesting conversation we have today.
Yeah.
So sit tight and enjoy this discussion.
Definitely.
So you would be looking at career-wise. People make several decisions. They go into some kind of professions because they have seen this profession is really paying.
Yeah.
People have so much money. Okay, let's say the nurses, the doctors, the lawyers, engineers, the IT field.
They're making millions.
They are cashing out on a daily, in the steady, daily, might be daily or so. So they're like, they're making so much money, and then let me just go into this profession because I see it's a gold mine.
Oh my.
And then you have not consulted God. You have not even sat down to consider your inner strength and your abilities. Will I be able to push through? Will I struggle? What are the pros and the cons in all of this?
Yeah.
But you don't do all of that.
Some just eye, the money that other people are making and say, see this guy now. When did he even go into this business? Or when did he even start this profession? He's now an odogu, making millions. He's a spender, money na water, And then they're like, me too, I have to go into the same profession. Look at, it's an IT guy and he's cashing out, and they just go in.
And they don't seek counsel from God.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it doesn't end well.
Yeah.
You might be making that money, but you don't have that sense of fulfillment. You don't even reach the height at which you intended to. So God sees ahead of us. There's a quote that says, God sees above our nose. So He knows what lies ahead of us. So we should endeavor to go to God.
Very true. Very true. Always go to God. In little, in big matters, go to God. Never stop asking for His counsel. In fact, another aspect to see is in the case of marriage. There are so many people, they enter into marriage simply because of, the physical states of what they've seen, the glamour, the glitz and glamour. They've seen the figure eight,
the six-pack.
You know, exactly. All those beautiful
The
features.
tush guy, the English, the guy is so eloquent. He will open his mouth.
I am telling you.
You're going to lick
like,
his
see
words.
accent now. This guy has a very good accent. See, he's speaking through his nose. You know, some they look at the skin color. He's light skinned. I like people that are light skinned. Some, you know, the height, tall, dark, and handsome. And they go with these features and they're deceived by that. They're not even interested in the character of this person. They're just like, this is the person. See my spec now. See spec. And they go and marry. And then tomorrow they're running away from spec. They're trying to file divorce papers with spec. They don't want spec again. You see? So actually, there are many, many reasons why some people make poor decisions when marrying. Another part we say is a tradition. So maybe you're from a tribe that says, see, in this family, you cannot marry someone from another tribe. You need to marry someone from our own tribe. And then that can influence you negatively to make the wrong decision because God's will might not be from that tribe. You know, the person that God has kept for you to be a blessing to your life. But then the traditions have hindered you from making the right decisions. We also see influence. This one
Influence
is
from friends.
You'll see they'll be matchmaking you in the office. Come on, check these two guys out. You see, you guys, people, you resemble each other, same height,
have the same
skin color.
You guys have the same chemistry.
Yeah, there's chemistry between you guys. You know, if you just marry like this, your children will be fine. Come on, and then you will fall for it.
They've even married you in their minds. Married you guys.
Because once they just tell you all these things, your head will just be swelling. So, but it's true. It's true. This person makes sense. Let me also, and then before you know it, you fall into it. And when it happens, they'll leave you alone. They'll turn around and then be asking you, didn't you pray? Didn't you look well? I only just gave you advice. It's your duty to have done your research. No one's going to bear the brunt of that problem with you. You're going to stand alone. That's why you should make the right decisions. Please look at the quality of your decisions. Make the right decisions today. Yeah.
Then we'll be looking at the right attitude.
That's true.
The right attitude we should have during times of adversity, challenges, problems. Number one would be that you should learn from your mistakes.
Very true.
You know, when you are encountering problems, it's an avenue for you to have a reflection, self-reflection.
Very true.
What areas did I go wrong? What areas did I do well? You know, learn from it. Now, let's say, for instance, now, somebody has invested so much in a business that he has run into several losses. You know, he initially, when he went into the business, he didn't carry out his own research. No feasibility studies. Just
entered into it.
Maybe he was even moved by emotions. Maybe his friends or colleagues had invested and they were like, you need to be involved in this. He's cashing out.
Yeah.
And you just dump your money in and then the thing crashes, you know. That's an avenue, you know, you learn from the mistake.
Very true.
So that next time when you are undertaking any project, any business project, you sit down, you conduct your feasibility studies, you make research, you find out what are the things that I would likely encounter, the challenges.
And you re-strategize. Because you cannot do the same thing again and expect a different result. You re-strategize.
So you learn from your mistakes. Number two, I would say that you should stay focused. When you learn from your mistakes, you don't stop yourself. You know, just take away the fact that, oh, I had missed out on this, I didn't do well. Brush up, get up.
That's so
you
true.
Know, and move ahead, forge ahead.
There are many people who, you know, they are afraid of taking risks. And then if for any chance or reason, they finally take one risk, and the thing didn't work out, that's the end. They folded up that chapter. No matter how you advise them, say, no, do you know how much I lost the last time? I put money in that business and it failed. Me, I'm not ready to throw money around. I know how I suffered to get it. They just close up that chapter. But yet, the only way you can truly succeed is by learning different ways, you know, of failing. Let me use that word, because it is only through failure in these different ways that you'll be able to now discover the way that actually
ways you can succeed.
Yeah, you will now discover that's the way that you can succeed. In fact, look at the electricity we are enjoying today. Do you know how many times the guy that created this electricity failed, the light bulb? Many times. But finally, he succeeded, and that's why we are enjoying light. Imagine if he gave up at the first and second instance and said, I'm not investing money again. I'm not throwing money away. Perhaps today there might be no electricity. You see? And that is why we should not give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams. You might fail today, that's fine. Get up. Go again.
Yeah, so for the fact that maybe the relationship did not work did not work out well.
Yeah, that's another one.
Don't just
Break up.
Don't just allow yourself to wallow in self-pity. You
Break
blame
up.
yourself. Get up and dust yourself.
If-
Heal. Heal properly.
Very true.
Then be open-minded to more beautiful relationships that will be coming your way. Don't stay glued to the things. Those things happened in the past.
All those breakup situations where you have your heart broken and then you say, I'm not doing anything. Men has come. God is guiding you, leading you to the right person to marry. Men has come. Women are evil. I'm not doing it again. Those things you will miss out. It did not work out the first time. God wants to bless you. Come on. Allow yourself to heal and move ahead. That's so true.
Yeah, and lastly, I would like to add that adversity is not meant to break you. It's not meant to kill you. But it's meant to bring out the strength that you never knew you had. So approach adversity with a positive attitude. Learn from it and you see yourself progressing.
Definitely. Definitely. And I know that you've been blessed. All these things that we are talking about, making quality decisions, having the right attitude in the time of challenges. These are things that are happening on a daily basis, and we need to make sure that we learn and do the right thing. We're going to stop here at this moment, and I know that God's blessing will remain in your life. Till we meet next time, please remain blessed and subscribe to this channel.
To our channel.
Subscribe. All right. Take care.
See you. Bye-bye.